Good morning and welcome to Apocaflix Now, the movie and I guess television discussion show from us, and it is our main show. I am your host, Jacob Bartley. I am joined by the whole crew today, which is always fun. I have Mr. Brian Avalosino to my left, Mr. Jake Berlin behind the controls, and Gio and Keith over there on the Lazy Lounge. Is that what it's called? Did we officially name it that? Not that they're both lazy, just, it's just called Lazy Lounge.
Look at Keith's face, he's like, F you, man.
Lazy Lounge.
Hey, Brian lives on that couch.
We're gonna get to it. I'm not a hobo.
We're gonna return the favor. All right.
No, it's all good. I'll sit there next time. It's all good. So
let's be real. You'll never sit.
Yeah,
there.
you steal my power chair every time.
Hey, only when I'm hosting. All right, I have to feel comfortable. But anyways, we got a bunch of really cool stuff to talk about today. But before we get to all that stuff, we had a great experience last weekend. We, as a group, went to the Schmoedown Awards.
It's behind you guys.
Yeah, right here. If you don't know what the Schmoedowns are, the Schmoedown is, check it out. It's a movie trivia contest. It's a sport league. It's becoming a sports league, and they basically do it in the vein of UFC and pro wrestling, and it's
personalities, characters.
They write storylines, but the trivia part is real. Like that's not staged. It's like they're testing their knowledge. It's really, really cool. So they hold the Schmoedown Awards every year, and we all went as a group. It was like a mini vacation. It was really cool. I had a blast, and it was fun.
And the draft.
Yeah. Oh, the draft as well.
We went. So the event we went to was the Schmoedown Awards, which is the end of the year awards, and then the Schmoedown Draft. And so they're changing the format for this year, and they did a fantasy style draft live, and we were in attendance. It literally felt like we were like in the NFL draw room or something. It was very surreal being there. And you'll see this on a later episode. We actually recorded a podcast in the car on the way up, and you'll hear about the origins of Apocaflix. And so it was our first time back in LA since the three of us met 6 years ago. And so
it's the first time we all five
of us, yeah.
Three of us, meaning you,
me, Jacob, and Gio. And so it was a really cool experience. But yeah, we had a great time, and we went to the Schmoedown. We got some really good grub, some really good food restaurants down there, and it was fun.
We went to the Scum and Villainy Cantina.
You're right. You were correct. Yeah.
On Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah.
And we got accosted by thousands and
Oh
thousands
my God, the bikes?
bike rides.
Oh my God.
I didn't hear about this.
Oh, you didn't see this?
Oh, man.
You were parked on the other side. We were stopped at a stoplight for at least 15 minutes with hundreds of bikers.
800 bike riders riding
Wow.
down
I kept
Hollywood
thinking it was going to
Boulevard.
end.
There was a
It did
car
not
stuck in the
end.
middle of the intersection because the bikes kept running the red light. They just kept going. Like they were just more and more and more and more.
Have you ever seen those groups of bikes
Yeah,
riding downtown? It was like that, but literally like 1,000 people.
Triple whatever you've seen. Yeah.
We were like, oh yeah, it's going to end now.
Gio was Snapchatting it. And
That was
fun.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we tried, they had a green milk drink at
They did.
the cantina.
Oh my God.
So delicious. Brian doesn't even drink alcohol, and he loved it.
I need to know.
It tastes like a mint and chip.
It
mint
was
chocolate.
melted mint chocolate chip ice
It
cream.
was so good.
I will become an alcoholic.
That was pretty
whoa.
I would drink that. Well, you saw how fast I chugged that thing.
But no, my favorite part was hanging out in the hotel room playing movie trivia.
Yeah, we went to
fun.
trivia and then we played trivia in the hotel room until like 1 a.m.
I was thinking about that the other day too. Like that was so much fun. I had more fun hang out in the room.
But the event was fun too. It was cool
great.
to see everyone, and it got me like I've watched the Schmoedown since it was created, but I never I'm more invested now. Like after this event, like I'm super excited for this new season.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff happened there that I just watch it for the trivia, honestly, because I love trivia and movie trivia. But guys, goodness, pretty good trivia. But
Pretty sure you lost to me, Keith. That's okay.
once, listen, broken clock is right twice a day. No, what I was going to mention, you just alluded to it, Jake, that you mentioned this is the first time down since the three of you guys met. We talked about that on an upcoming episode 2 or 3 episode of
1, 2, or 3.
And that was your first time ever going to LA, right?
Close up. No.
Oh, you haven't been there for a while.
I
or
haven't been
something?
there. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
probably,
that's what it was. Yeah,
that's what it was. Probably 20 years. But
that's what it was. Yeah.
Other than just driving through. But yeah, we talked about that on Close Up, which I'll give it to you. Actually, I brought it, and we'll. I actually just listened to it the other day.
Does it sound good?
Yes, sounds
Awesome.
good.
Awesome.
It is legitimately
I was worried about
awesome.
how it sounded.
It's
in
the episode
car.
you were looking forward to, huh?
yes.
Got it. That's awesome.
Like it turned out exactly.
And Brian
like-
called in. He was our
I'm
first
telling
caller.
you, I mean, it legit might be the best thing we've done.
We should make
Really?
make car podcasts a thing.
Yeah, we should. Like it, just the way you guys,
Yeah.
the way you guys are telling stories and the way.
I can't wait to hear
I
it.
can't wait
hear
to
it.
put it on.
Well, it's honestly we've talked about the story before, but the three of us haven't really like dived into
Shared
it
that
like that.
the way
ever.
And I'm telling you, it's. I think it's the best thing we've done.
Sweet. I'm looking
so
forward
it
to it.
really
Awesome.
is. There's a little. We'll talk about it later. Technical stuff. There's a little thing that we kind of missed at the beginning, but we can fill that in. But it's very good. So I'm looking forward to sharing.
Sweet. Perfect.
Awesome. Do you guys any last thoughts on that trip?
Nice to just get away and
Yeah.
be away from.
Ready for the next one.
I was gonna say I can't
Yeah.
wait to do it again. Honestly, whatever the next thing in LA they do is, we should definitely all go
Spectacular.
again.
Let's do it.
Free for all in March.
Oh, nice. Yeah. All right. So as this show format is changing up a little bit, which we didn't talk about yet.
We talked about it on the car.
Yeah.
In the car.
We're still,
in the car on the way.
We're still doing on top of the car.
On the car. We were on the
just sat
car.
on top
Yes.
of it.
It led to the episode that
It
we
did.
taped.
It did.
honestly, our
Yeah.
Yeah,
discussion
so
of it,
we're still going to talk about what we've been watching lately because that's the whole point of this. We're talking about movies and TV shows we've been watching. We're going to switch up the news segment a little bit instead of being too newsy, as Keith says. We're just gonna do like a quick rundown. Jake's gonna run down the biggest topics, and we're gonna go in a circle and just talk about whatever we want to talk about really quick. It's not gonna be here's one topic. It's gonna be more of like a big news rundown, and then we're gonna have we used to do a show called you haven't seen what, and it had different names, iterations, but it's basically a movie watching challenge show where each of us will challenge each other to watch a movie, and we might switch up how we do that. We're not doing that this week because we're going to discuss Oscar nominations. But going forward, that's going to be a part of our show. And then we're going to have a little segment at the end where Brian chooses the best comments throughout the week and reads them on the air, and we're going to react to them. And we don't know what comments are coming, so I think that should be fun. I was trying to think of a name for it, and I was thinking like the comment corner or something like that. I don't know.
Everything, the lazy lounge, the
comment
whatever.
corner,
I don't know
yeah.
what we call that. The something desk.
We call this the casting table.
Yeah.
Well, when we do the casting table, but I don't know, the news desk, something like that. Who knows? But well, basically, for what we've been watching lately, one of the biggest things going on right now is the Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Well,
And
not going on. It's over.
yeah, well, it's over. But what happened recently, and more specifically, like we can get our thoughts on the thing overall. But one of the major things that came from that, and it's all over the internet, so it's not going to be. I don't think this is a spoiler at this point. Ezra Miller's Flash from the movie universe, the DCEU, shows up on the part 4 of the Crisis on
The
Infinite
Arrow
Earths.
episode.
When so basically,
that was the Arrow one.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
Grant Gustin's Flash is traveling through the Speed Force and experiencing different things, and I forget where he is. Is he in Star
He's in
Labs?
Star Labs.
And
Not his Star Labs though. It's a different timeline of Star Labs.
So and just he goes in there and just Ezra Miller pops up. I'm telling you guys, it might be the most shocked I've ever been watching anything. I could not believe it. Just that my initial reaction. We can talk about what it means in a little bit, but just overall, like that was amazing. But as a crossover, I didn't love this crossover as much as recent ones. To be honest, it wasn't their best to me.
Here's what I enjoyed it. They shouldn't have done a 2-week gap.
I was just going to
Well,
say.
I agree with that, but still,
I lost my excitement
Yeah.
from
The momentum died.
because it was just like going episode 1, going episode 2. Holy crap, we're on episode 3. All right.
They should have finished it that week.
Yeah,
And
it
just
should
finished
have. It shouldn't have stopped, in my opinion, because I kind of came back to it like, okay, what happened?
Right.
Okay, here's the recap. I don't know.
That week that everyone was talking about it.
Yeah, it
When
was
the first 3 episodes, everyone was talking about
it was
everything that happened. They
incredible.
should have just finished it out then, in my opinion. I was
Yeah.
thinking the same thing just a few minutes ago when we were talking about it.
Well, I'll say the last scene of the crossover is the best scene they've
Yeah.
ever done in any crossover. But the whole crossover is disappointing. I like the last 2 way better than this one. Like overall for me.
The 2 from the 2 previous years?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you like it, Jake?
I did.
Yeah.
It's because of the meaning behind it. Not necessarily like yeah. There's definitely its cheesy moments and it feels muddled at times, and So like I get that, but the meaning behind it and the stakes that it had,
absolutely,
like that's what I pay attention to when I look at this stuff. And I mean, I called it when we did that preview or whatever. I said what's going to happen.
Showing up? No, I'm just kidding.
No, not Ezra Miller. I don't want to spoil it for these guys if they don't know, but the ending of what happens, the result of everything.
Yeah. I think I remember you saying that.
That's the one thing that I was hoping for everything, and as of right now, it's official. So cool. Yeah. And so what it means going forward is it's huge. Like it's like a climate changing type thing. Like it's massive.
And so all these shows are in mid-season, so that means the rest of their seasons are changed forever. And
exactly.
I think for me, I don't like what happens with Oliver Queen. I don't think Arrow's done yet. I think it has 2 more episodes.
But he's not in it.
Oh, okay.
They're backdoor pilots for the Green Arrow and Canary show. That's what it is.
Unfortunate, but
it's probably going to be a morning and like a morning episode. There's 2 episodes, a morning episode and like
Felicity still hasn't shown up, and they said she's in this.
Well, no, she's in the final episode with her daughter.
That's what I'm saying.
The final episode of the season is called Green Arrow and the Canaries. It's a backdoor pilot for that show.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Just disappointing here. I thought that I don't know what happens, but I don't know why he's gone. If it's still from what happened before or something that happens now, but they said that Arrow would end with this crossover. So to hear that's news to me. That there's going to be 2 more episodes of Arrow.
The character of Arrow.
So
ended.
But they said the way what I read, they said no, Arrow is going to end. The finale of Arrow will be in the crossover. That's what I thought.
Look, I think it's really cool that how much Oliver Queen is honored in this whole thing. But for me, I wasn't satisfied with like that. That wasn't a satisfying like ending for the Arrow I've been following for all these years. Like
I agree.
It shouldn't have been his last times on screen. Shouldn't have been in a big crossover. It should have been a smaller personal story with him, Diggle, and Felicity doing something.
I hear you.
At the end, it should have been something like that, which is fine. But for everyone in the world, the biggest thing to come out of this is Ezra Miller thing. And I have a question for you guys. Does Jake owe us all $5? Because Ezra Miller showing up in this thing. Officially, like basically, even though it's different Earths, they exist in the same reality somehow.
Well, did we make a bet about that?
Just hear me out. Hold on.
We made so many bets on it.
So listen, they exist in the same reality somehow. Correct? They do. Okay. So
DC,
and this is
DC
a spoiler,
universe.
so I have to mention this to add to my point. But at the end, they show different Earths. One of the Earths is the Green Lantern Earth from the HBO Max series.
No.
Yeah, it is.
Ryan Reynolds.
TV show.
It's Ryan Reynolds' movie.
Are you sure?
Yes, it's Ryan Reynolds' movie. Swear to God.
How does
him and I literally?
It's Ryan Reynolds' movie.
When
I read an article that said it was from the HBO Max series.
It's Ryan Reynolds' movie.
It is.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Except he's dead because Deadpool killed him.
So yes, but it's the final shot of that movie. They just don't go on a close up of Ryan Reynolds.
Really?
It's the final shot of the planet. Yeah.
I knew it.
Did they say that?
Yeah. It's Oa.
Well, it's Oa, but it's not from the HBO Max series.
It literally shows.
I will bet $5 on that.
I will bet $100.
It's the Ryan Reynolds movie.
Okay, but so you guys are just saying that, like, from the visual, like, oh, that's the Ryan Reynolds thing, but you haven't read anything or heard
I haven't gone to research because I'm 1,000% sure it is.
It's literally the ones I forget what they're called.
Okay, but like,
what are the ones
you could say that it looks similar? It's gonna look similar on the show.
Well, it's probably gonna look similar, but we don't know what it looks like. It hasn't started shooting yet.
Okay, so I was reading an article about all the Earths they showed at the end, and they said that was the HBO Max Green Lantern.
No.
Well, they went through. It could very well be possible. Yeah. But the thing that came out of this crossover is from the very beginning of DC, from the very beginning of the comics, from the Adam West to 1989 Batman to Brandon Routh Superman, everything is canon. Mm-hmm. Every single thing is canon. And so when I saw that, I instantly thought...
The Guardians.
I instantly go, oh yeah, they just made Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern canon. Like, that's the appearance. Yeah. That was my thought.
It's all multiverse stuff.
Well, yeah, they made Michael Keaton's.
We'll figure that out later. But what I was saying was because we made the bet whether the Green Lantern show would exist in the DCEU, and I'm like,
I'm not going to pay up on that because that's not official.
Yeah,
I will
know.
not pay up on that.
No, I'm saying that's true. We can wait. We'll wait on it. Anyways, because I read an article that said that, so my bad. I mean, that's
Is it possible that that HBO Max one is the Ryan Reynolds universe?
They haven't shot anything from the HBO Max, so they had no choice but to use that footage if they want to include
because
that.
It made me, because Green Lantern's my favorite, and like immediately when I saw the 7 towers of the Guardians, I went, "That's the Ryan Reynolds movie."
Yeah, but
not that Ryan Reynolds is going to be.
He's not going to probably going to be the same thing in the series.
Well,
it's going to look the same.
But what your argument is that's from the HBO. That's definitely not from.
I'm saying like they were teasing it. Like
I'm sure they're teasing it. I mean, they're going to use it. That's from the comics. But
it was. I looked at it as
you guys are assuming we don't know anything.
No. But I looked at it as the Ryan Reynolds movie because
that's cool. I mean, that makes sense because they're bringing all these other things back.
Well, when they were going through the different Earths and solidifying, they went. They did the Christopher Reeves movie and they gave him an Earth. They did Titans and Doom Patrol, which I don't like that they're on different Earths personally, because I watched both shows.
Prior to that, were they on the same Earth before that?
We don't know. It was never confirmed.
So they're through this. They're saying
now they're on different Earths.
So I've never seen the Titans.
So when I saw that, and they're doing like all the stuff from the past and everything.
Swamp Thing.
They showed Swamp Thing again.
Really?
Yeah, Earth 9.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
They even said like something like. And some disappointing, and then they showed like Swamp.
Oliver's essentially doing like a whole monologue of stuff, and they're going over all these different Earths, and they're
the Nolan universe.
No, that's the one thing that didn't show up, which it has people interested.
Nolan was like,
he's probably that's probably
and
him.
so, but no, so I looked at it and I was like, oh, they made everything canon, everything that they've done from Adam West Batman. Yeah. With Burt Ward was in the show. You have the Birds of Prey TV show from the early 2000s. They made everything canon.
Really?
So, the woman who played Huntress, she was in an opening scene in one of the episodes.
Oh wow!
Yeah, she was the opening of number 3, where she's that woman that's running.
Well, he hasn't seen it. Okay. He hasn't seen it.
No, I saw 3.
Yeah, you saw it? Okay.
I saw the first 3. I didn't see these last.
Yeah, she did it. She was running, and then her Earth disappeared.
She was like sliding on the roof.
So another question I have is, do you guys think this Ezra Miller and Grant Gustin interaction, it was just a one-time thing, never going to have anything other in the future? Yep. Or do you think do you think we'll ever see any like movie, TV show crossover again going forward? Because before this, we thought like it's completely separate and not connected at all.
I will say that there is a much more likely chance that Ezra Miller shows up in Flash TV show than Grant Gustin in a movie, because this wasn't the CW's call. I don't know if you guys read the article or not.
I heard WB call
Warner Brothers wanted him in this. And this scene,
because they wanted to hype up
this scene was shot after the crossover was done.
No, yeah, I heard.
And they added it in later. And so this was Warner Brothers who did this, not the CW. So which gives me the idea of like, okay, maybe the CW will use him more now that they can do that, but I don't see Grant Gustin going up in the Flash show because it would just become too confusing.
Do we know that they're doing Flashpoint?
No less confusing than putting him in the show.
Yeah.
But are they doing Flashpoint?
So I was just about to say,
but the Flash has been doing. They've been seeing multiple Flashes the entire series.
Of course.
And so seeing Ezra Miller Flash isn't a big deal compared to him seeing
a different version of Flash.
Yeah,
I say
Andy Muschietti, right? Is he doing? Yeah, he just announced like maybe last week that they are doing Flashpoint.
I will say,
which is not smart.
That they will not cross movie into TV unless it is the HBO stuff.
Yeah, the HBO is the only avenue I see them.
But HBO specifically, is a high quality, like it's not a CW. Like HBO, you can mix. I mean, think they put hundreds of millions of dollars into it. It would make sense that they're able to do that, a la like a Disney Plus.
I think there's a possibility that you can get a Grant Gustin cameo, and
I think so too.
But it's definitely cool that they acknowledged it, and he even said the line. He said the line of "I told Victor this could happen," which is mentioning Cyborg. So
after they showed Ezra Miller, I was hoping they were going to pull Stephen Amell into the movie universe.
Yeah, for sure. Anybody else watch anything real quick before we move on?
I started watching The Crown.
I've been wanting to watch that for so long.
Something's happening to me. I'm in this.
It's on Netflix, right?
It's on Netflix. I'm in this British TV kick for some reason.
It's okay.
Mostly because of my mom. My mom loves it all. She loves Downton Abbey and everything, Masterpiece Theater, all that. She's always loved all that stuff. But listen, I think you and I we're both big Claire Foy fans. Mm-hmm. I mean, I love her, man, and just about everything. I started watching Unsane. I didn't finish it. I need to finish that. It's just like the first few minutes, and it just it's really good so far. Has anybody seen that?
No.
Okay, well, yeah, it looks pretty good. But Crown is basically it's the rise of Queen Elizabeth II. Starts off with her father, King George the Seventh, I think, was king, and kind of his end when he passed away. During World War II, or right after World War II, and her rise to the crown. And you follow the news, you see everything going on with the royal family and stuff. It's weird that all that stuff is happening now, because there's a lot of that's happened back in the days.
They're probably like, guess more content.
Seriously, it's really it's creepy that what's happening now with Prince
Harry.
Is it Harry? Okay, and Meghan Markle. And
so is the show good?
But as far as the show, it's very good. It's tough to. I put this on Facebook where I saw it, with the British royal family. They suck. They really do. There's a bunch of terrible people. This one doesn't make, especially Prince Philip. Whatever. He's a bad guy. If you know anything about him, he sucks anyway. And Andrew sucks also. Her kids, but except for Charles. Charles is okay, but I've had this weird fascination with the royal family. As you can tell, she's great. She's great as a queen. Yeah. They don't really. I was expecting them to kind of make her more. It kind of shows a more human version of the queen. You just look at her; she's the queen. She's always just this regal kind of. You see her making appearances or speeches and around. There is that, but it's not as she has a certain. At least the way Claire Foy portrays her, there's a certain kind of she's dedicated to her duty as queen. Okay, and so there's a little bit of ruthlessness to her, like to some of her family, particularly her sister Margaret, Princess Margaret, and there's a lot of times showing that her trying to balance her duty as wife or mom or sister, excuse me, or daughter, and. Okay, but I'm their also.
Have you finished it already?
Queen. So I just started season 2.
Oh, okay.
And I know, so it's still Claire Foy. I know it picks up season 3. It picks up about 10 years later with Olivia Colman.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
oh, damn,
Olivia Colman she won the.
That's what.
No?
Yeah, it's the third season was just released last
year.
Okay.
Yeah. She won the Oscar for The Favorite. Olivia Colman.
Or that's right. She won the Oscar for The Favorite. She just won.
Okay.
She just won an Emmy for.
For this.
Yeah.
So
that's what made me start watching it. It's like because I want to get to that, but yeah, it's really good. So I would recommend it.
I'm looking forward. I'm definitely gonna check it out now that you are.
Matt Smith is great. He's really great as Philip. Like I said, Philip is he's such a jerk off, but he's really great as I'm a big Matt Smith fan. We didn't get him in. He wasn't. Remember that story? He was going to play young Palpatine.
His scenes got cut from the movie.
I heard they shot. I heard they shot that.
Guess what they said he was supposed to be. The what's the man? The brother, from the cartoons, the family.
I don't know. We can talk about this on Padawan.
Yeah. Let's move on. We're running. We're already at like almost 30 minutes.
So if you haven't already, please go check out our most anticipated movies of 2020. We did an overall list and a geek list. Those are up on our channel right now. We also just shot our top movies of 2019. We're gonna we put out a consensus list, and I think later on we're gonna do some individual lists. So please go and check those out if you have not yet. And Jake Berlin, what do we have for the news this week?
Yeah, so there was a lot going on this week, but because of the Oscar stuff, we're only running down a few of these. And so the way it's gonna work, I'm just gonna run down the titles of the things that I wrote down. You guys can pick what you want to talk about. Don't spend too much time on it. Just kind of give your initial thoughts. But we have 4 topics. So the first one is, according to the Hollywood Reporter, Taika Waititi is rumored to be directing a Star Wars movie after Thor and Love and Thunder. No surprise, he directed the last episode of The Mandalorian Season 1. The second one is Disney hires a writer for National Treasure 3. Yes! Another Disney story. Keith, don't even start there, man. Disney officially rebrands, and they are killing the Fox name and renaming 20th Century Fox 20th Century Studios and Fox Searchlight Pictures. And then the fourth one was the Ezra Miller stuff when we kind of switched things around a little bit. But yeah, so we have Taika Waititi with Star Wars, Disney and National Treasure 3, and the Fox name's going bye-bye. So
that's interesting.
Yeah. So what do you guys want to talk about? Just quick thoughts on something you want to pick? One of the three? Anybody?
That was an interesting one with the Fox.
Yeah.
The
That's why I didn't know that until I read the notes.
People were. I saw it last night. Yeah, that was.
It makes sense. So they're separating themselves from the Fox.
Right.
So.
They're just kind of just taking the Fox part out. But I know people were wondering if that was going to be the case. I wonder if does that going to include New Mutants? Because that's a thing that I looked for when I just watched that trailer.
I wouldn't be surprised if they like have the new logo and intro and everything.
They probably for the first whatever Fox movie it is this year, they're probably gonna have a new logo and stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, it makes sense. Like you said, they just want to separate themselves from the
20th Century Fox, man. I mean, remember they did the original Star Wars. Right. It's like it's been around for a
so much stuff. Yeah, man.
Long time.
Yeah.
And that classic beat of the drums. Like, is it gonna be different? Like, is it gonna be different? Like. Yeah, so very interesting.
I hope they keep that in some way. For me, it's Taika Waititi directing a Star Wars film. Please.
Is this just because of just coming off Mandalorian? People are saying he's gonna who?
Maybe.
Well,
rumors, right?
It's rumors. It's rumors. It's nothing's official.
He's
already
wouldn't be for a while, probably.
in the Disney family with Thor Ragnarok and all those things, and then he he just got movie nominated for Best Picture. I think it's just he's amazing, and I think he's a good fit for it too. I think so.
It depends on the Star Wars movie, but the only thing that may conflict with him directing a Star Wars movie now is that he's still technically signed on to do Akira for Warner Brothers,
right?
And so does that come after Thor, or is that not happening anymore? So that's the only thing that people are wondering about, like where does that lie? And then obviously the other question is like, is he doing Kevin Feige's Star Wars movie, which would obviously be a good pairing because they've worked together in the past, and so that could be possible as well. Yeah. I mean, I love it. I mean, he could do anything, and I don't care.
I'd be into it.
It could literally be someone drinking coffee for 2 hours, and I'd be fine. Like the way he would direct it is just remarkable.
I think he's smart enough to know he can't make a Star Wars movie like Thor Ragnarok. It has to be a Star Wars movie, but he's gonna add his own flair to it. It's not. I just don't think it's going to be that.
It doesn't have to be Jedi or anything. It depends on what it's about.
Yeah.
If you set it just on a planet with some guys, whatever.
If it's Mandalorian Episode 8, just give me that in a Star Wars movie.
Yeah,
like that's exactly what we need from Taika Waititi.
That's the thing. Just his overall work, I trust him. So I would love this. I would love this. Yeah.
Brian, what's the one you want to talk about?
It was just Taika, obviously. Who doesn't want that?
Yeah, right.
Gio, you got one?
National Treasure movies are awesome.
Yes, that's the. Yes,
okay,
give me National Treasure 3. Give me National Treasure 3. Nick Cage better be good at that.
Y'all were kids when those come out, so I'll give it to you. But the movies are silly and they're
fine.
Awesome.
Look,
they
are not saying they're masterpieces. They're
I'm not saying that either.
I consider them kind of like guilty pleasures, to be honest.
There you go. See, I remember there's one particular thing I remember from the first one where this always stands out with me every time because my mom loved National Treasure when they were like, all right, fine. But there's a scene where it had pretty sure it was the first one. There was
the lemon, the lemon with the blow dryer, dude, on the back of the Declaration of Independence.
We can only read. You need lemon juice to see this. Hey, open up the refrigerator. There's a bowl of lemons.
Yeah, come on, man. It's John. It was John Voight, right?
Voight.
Dude, John Voight loves some lemons.
Okay,
come on.
A bowl of freshly cut lemons.
His buddy Riley, who bought the Ferrari, couldn't drive the Ferrari.
Yeah, right.
Like,
dude,
give me a third. I want a third one of these movies so bad. I just want to see what they do with it.
It would be interesting. No, it was
what monument or something they go to.
Yeah,
because they went to they go to Mount Rushmore in the second movie.
I never saw it.
They went in like they were like secret, like they were doing Tomb Raider stuff in Mount Rushmore, which is really cool.
Little fun heist movie.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah,
awesome.
Sean Bean didn't die in National Treasure.
He didn't die. That's right. No, it's cool. Yeah.
All right, well, let's move on to arguably our biggest topic of this week. Our main topic is the Oscar nominations. And again, this is replacing our you haven't seen what segment, or what is that what we call it?
You haven't seen what?
Yeah, exactly. Segment for this week, just because we haven't quite tuned out how we're going to do that yet. And then also, we need to talk about this, obviously. So we're only going to do like 5 of the major categories, 5 or 6 of the major categories. So I'll just go one by one and we'll discuss them. So best motion picture of the year. So best picture, we have Ford v Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. So I want to know, like, who do you guys want to win, and who do you think will win?
Want is Ford v Ferrari.
Yeah.
1000%. Will is 1917.
Okay.
100%.
I mean, I've only seen 3 of these movies, so who do I want to win? Joker. Who do I think will win? Ford v Ferrari.
Yeah, I would love for that to happen.
Interesting.
I would love for that to happen.
But again,
It doesn't have to be a movie that you've seen. Like, you can gauge like what you think the buzz around a movie is, like whether you think it will win. Like, if I haven't seen Little Women, but if I think that it will win, I can predict that.
But I have nothing to base it on.
Like, what do you think the voters are going to vote for?
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, it sounds like everyone loves. I'm gotta listen. This is gonna Joker with 11 nominations.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
What do you mean? Why
It's really ridiculous.
It deserves it.
No, it
deserves
doesn't. It does not
11
deserve 11.
nominations.
Yes, it
No,
does.
it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No.
If this movie, if it wasn't Joker,
Cinematography.
if it was just about
director,
cinematography's excellent.
score,
Okay.
actor,
Yes.
costume, costume and makeup are together, right?
I'm not saying it
no.
deserves to win every category, but what
Yes, it
what
either.
nomination isn't deserved? They're all
Makeup,
deserved.
adapted screenplay, and then what are the other 4? Give me.
So Keith, who do you want to win, and who do you think will win?
I want Ford v Ferrari. It sounds like, I mean, everyone's really talking about Marriage Story. Like it's, I haven't seen it, so I couldn't say, but it sounds like that might be.
That's the dark horse to me. That's the dark horse.
Really?
And that it would be incredible if a Netflix movie won the Oscar.
Yeah, that might be the only thing.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, everyone seems to. I mean, people are really talking about it. So,
Brian?
I don't know what I want as far, because I really, really, really want to see Little Women. And I highly doubt they're gonna, if she didn't get nominated for Best Picture.
why isn't she being nominated for director?
Because
if the movie gets nominated for Best Picture, the director needs to be nominated.
Exactly.
That's the
Doesn't
point
make
of
sense.
it.
They did it with Lady
there's-
Bird too.
There's only 5 director
And they need
spots,
to
and
expand
there's
that
9.
category.
I think there's 9 nominations.
They need to
Well,
expand
and
that
then you got
category.
the BS that they have 10 spots for Best Picture, but they only ever use 9.
Well, they have to qualify. Like, it can be anywhere between
I'm sorry,
like
Avengers
7 and...
Endgame can't qualify for it?
No. I'm saying, like, I don't know how exactly it works, but it can be anywhere between 7 and 10. So, like, I'm assuming you have to get a
10
certain
spots.
amount of votes to even qualify, and then it gets the...
If you have 10
Yeah.
spots, you should use 10 spots. As far as who I want right now, I would probably go with 1917. Honestly, the way... I mean, I'm going to be blunt. It's all... I feel like the voters are majority old white men. I would not be surprised if The Irishman, just because it's Scorsese.
But they would vote for 1917 as well. Like, it's right up...
No,
But I would not be surprised the way they vote. They give it to him.
no. Cheryl Boone and the Academy have taken steps to make it more.
They have.
younger
They
since,
have, but they're
since,
still not
since
doing
Oscars
it. Look at
so
why
wide.
is-
But Scorsese's he's been for years. He's been bumped for years. So I don't think I hear you. But if that was the case,
Then
they would
Silence
be
would have been... Silence got no
several
nominations.
movies that he's made
Yeah.
would have been. But I think if that's the case, that line of thinking, it would lean me more towards, is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood nominated? It would lean more
Should
towards
not
that.
have been nominated, but that's okay.
Because
agree.
but so many of those people that Brian's talking about love
No,
that
totally.
era of Hollywood and
it's-
filmmaking.
it's-
And
I mean,
Look,
look at
and they
look
love
at-
what Tarantino
was,
did.
The one that won last year. It was
Green
such
Book?
an Oscar. Yes, such an Oscar bait.
Sure.
I mean,
Best Picture movie.
I'm okay with it winning because I love the movie.
But
But
that's the quintessential Oscar bait.
look, I'm not
Best
disagreeing.
Picture.
I think that the Oscars, they should essentially wipe clean and get an entire new board.
I do too.
That-
It's
I
been
agree.
ridiculous for years. It's
Agree.
been ridiculous for years.
It's like
It
the
has been.
Baseball Hall of Fame.
It's really
voters.
stupid. It's really
Same thing.
unfortunate.
Get rid of them.
These
and,
people are so out of. Well, I won't say out of touch, but a good handful of them are so out of touch. It's ridiculous.
You're right. Yeah,
Well, and there's so much into it, like, that a lot of them don't even watch all the movies.
exactly.
And a lot of them have, like, assistants vote for them.
Yep.
But, like, they say, look,
Here-
I haven't watched these.
Here's what
That's ridiculous. If you
Some-
don't watch...
something
movies, you
that
shouldn't
might
have a
help
vote.
the storm when these nominations come out is to release the actual votes. Like,
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah, true.
Like release like who voted for what and what it actually came down to.
They
You'll
will
see
never
to see
do that.
what we could actually see, like what movies barely missed it, or like how like
Well,
that would
they don't
help
have
a
to say
lot.
who voted for what, but just...
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
just
yeah.
the count of it all.
Yeah, so for me, I think if you're an Academy voter, you have to at least watch all of the nominations. If you don't, then don't vote, like for me, because it's impossible for everybody to watch everything, right? But you have to watch the movies that are nominated if you're going to vote in that category.
Right.
Like you can't vote for Best Picture if you've only seen 3 of them. Totally. It doesn't make any sense. Totally. But anyways, let's move on to the actor category. So, for me, I didn't even say mine. I want Jojo Rabbit to win, but 1917 is going to win. For Best Actor, we have Antonio Banderas in Pain and Glory. We have Leonardo DiCaprio in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. We have Adam Driver in Marriage Story, Joaquin Phoenix in Joker, and Jonathan Pryce in The Two Popes. Let's start with you, Brian. Who do you want to win, and who do you think will win?
I have, honestly, and I'm going to be straight up, I haven't even heard of Pain and Glory.
Yeah,
it's a foreign. I think it's a foreign film, if I'm not mistaken.
But that's okay. You can only you can only go based on what you've seen.
I would not be surprised if they gave it to Leonardo DiCaprio, but I would want probably Adam Driver, even though I haven't even seen Marriage Story. Just how well he makes his movies, I have no doubt he's amazing. Although Joaquin Phoenix in Joker was really good too.
I've been saying since I saw it, I want Adam Driver, but I do think Joaquin Phoenix will win. I don't like saying it, but I do think he will win.
I think, I think it's a safe bet.
Yeah, I pick Joaquin. I think he's gonna win. I mean, it's not an easy role to do.
It's not nothing against him, but I don't think it was the best. I don't think it was the best performance of the year, in my opinion. It's up there. Trust me, it's up there. But I don't think it was the best one of the year to me.
Christian Bale should definitely win.
Yes.
But
yes, that's the snub of the year
for me.
That's the snub right there.
Even though I didn't put it at number one like you two, I still am utterly shocked that
can't believe this.
Christian Bale, and for me, because I'm the only one who's seen it, but Shia LaBeouf and Honey Boy playing his father.
It sounds like he's
that's
snub
was
as well.
Though?
No, he was the lead in my opinion.
Yeah, this was
he was a supporting in Peanut Butter Falcon, right? Which he could have easily been nominated for just as much.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But it seems like it's gonna be Joaquin Phoenix. I don't know. Like, again, DiCaprio's been snubbed so many times over the years that I don't think
he got his one. They don't need to worry about him anymore.
Exactly. Honestly, that's what they're gonna do with him, man. Because he could be. That'd be my dark horse. Because he could.
I wouldn't be surprised if he wins. His performance is amazing. It's amazing. Right. But I think Driver and Phoenix were better.
Yeah.
But it's definitely worthy. I'm glad he got nominated because he's so great in that movie, and that scene when he's in the trailer yelling at himself.
That's one of the two best scenes in the movie. That and the Brad Pitt stuff.
The scene when he's shooting in the movie.
Oh yeah,
with Luke Perry. Mm-hmm. The scene
acting about him, acting himself acting.
That scene alone, give him the award.
That's what I'm saying. I won't be surprised if he wins. Like just as a dark horse, I think
that's why I picked it.
Weirdly enough, he's an underdog in this thing.
I know,
because it's Leo, but I do like. Did you state? So you think
Joaquin Phoenix? He's probably
okay.
That's not easy.
Man, it's tough.
It's not easy to have to pull off. I'm telling you.
I think
his laugh.
The movie's great. I love what he did.
Just anything he'll win for transforming his body into like that.
People always win for that.
That's part of the performance too.
No, it is.
It is.
Sure, it is. It is definitely. But
like Christian Bale.
I'm with Jake. I want Adam Driver to win. Adam Driver's my boy. I freaking love him as an actor.
Yeah,
and
100%.
The thing for me is Joaquin Phoenix. Everybody acknowledges he's one of the best actors working today, hands down.
What if Adam Driver was a Joker?
Well, the thing is, Adam Driver. Look, people know Adam Driver's a great actor, but like if he wins an Oscar this year, he's on another level. Like it just puts him on another level because Academy Award winner Adam Driver. I want Adam Driver to win, but I think
his career is so young. He's
not as young as you think he is.
No. I'm talking about his career.
His career is like as far as
he was a Marine, and he came in after the Marines.
His name kind of in Girls on HBO, and then,
I think he's like 35.
Yeah, he's older. He's older,
something like that.
He's still fairly young. But did Joaquin Phoenix? Did he win for Walk the Line?
No,
he didn't win.
Reese Witherspoon.
I don't think Joaquin won an Oscar.
I'll look right now.
That's I kind of want him to win.
I think his last nomination was Gladiator, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong.
I think he was nominated for Walk the Line.
I think he was nominated.
No, I think he might have been snubbed.
Oh, maybe.
Certain, yeah.
So while Jake checks on that, let's move on to Best Supporting Actor. So we have Tom Hanks in A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Anthony Hopkins in The Two Popes, Al Pacino in The Irishman, Joe Pesci in The Irishman, and Brad Pitt in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I will start this one. I want Brad Pitt to win because he was amazing in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and I love Brad Pitt. He's probably my third favorite actor of all time. But I think Al Pacino's going to win this one because Al Pacino was amazing in The Irishman. He was the best performance in The Irishman.
My money is on Pacino. I haven't seen The Irishman, but The Buzz is what I'm basing it off of.
And that would be great if he won.
Pacino's first time with Scorsese. Scorsese pulls out a different kind of Pacino that we haven't seen.
I'll disagree with that.
Well, I don't know. Again, I'm basing it off of
That's
a
what I
Buzz,
was thinking
you know?
too.
He's full Pacino in this movie, especially when he's making his speeches. But I hear you.
Joaquin Phoenix has been nominated 4 times and has not won any for the Oscars.
Was he nominated for?
He got nominated for Gladiator, Walk the Line,
Okay.
The Master, and now the Joker.
The Master was
Joker.
another one.
Yeah. I want Brad Pitt, and Brad Pitt will win.
Awesome. I hope so. That would be incredible.
Yeah, it's a lock. I think it's a lock in my opinion. This is probably the one category to me that's a lock.
Also,
Really?
just real quick, also Eddie Murphy should have been.
Yes,
at least,
yes.
He's
He
another one.
and Shia LaBeouf for the 2 jobs.
Should have been.
And then for the last category, the best actor, I haven't seen it, but it's bogus that Adam Sandler wasn't nominated.
Well, that's a big
For
one.
un- for
People are
Uncut
saying,
Gems.
yeah,
Watch it?
I haven't seen that, but
So
Jake,
I
take
saw it.
Yeah,
It's definitely worthy. I'm not upset that he wasn't, but because I don't think he would have won.
Well, that's
But-
fair, but
But the thing is,
From
I
what
haven't
I've
seen-
heard, though,
I
it's
have-
like-
I can't
Yeah.
say because I haven't seen The Two Popes and I haven't seen Pain and Glory. So
yeah, right.
but yeah, I might put him over Leo though. As far as performance this year.
yeah, I don't think Leo
might
should have
put
been
him-
Really?
nominated personally.
Wow. Okay.
I thought there were a lot better performances.
So supporting. Just one more time. I'm sorry. Just real quick.
Tom Hanks, Anthony
Okay.
Hopkins, Al Pacino, Joe
Is Tom
Pesci, and Brad
Hanks?
Pitt.
Tom Hanks.
supporting
Okay, I was dying to
Yeah,
see
it's
that
not about
movie.
it's not about him. It's
Yeah,
about
it's
the
mostly
reporter
about
that's reporting about him.
the guy from The Americans.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I forgot his name, but yeah.
Even though the trailers don't portray that.
Yeah.
That it's not
Yeah.
about him.
Yeah.
Seems like
But
it's
you have to
like-
sell the movie. Yeah.
I wanted to see that movie so bad, and I'm mad that I
Same.
missed it because I just
Well,
love
the
Fred
thing
Rogers.
is, we have
and
time to
that
watch these before the Oscars.
If it's still, I don't know if it's still showing anywhere around here, but
They'll probably put a limited.
Tom Hanks is.
Tom
it's-
Hanks.
It's yeah.
You think he's
it's-
gonna win?
I kind of do.
Who do you want to win?
Of those, probably I don't know.
I'm
Probably
surprised Joe Pesci got nominated. to be
I was
honest.
gonna say I'd kind of like to see him get nominated because we haven't seen him in so
But
long.
I'm surprised he was nominated.
He says he was not retired; he just wasn't working. So,
Yeah.
but I actually would like to see him win.
Brian.
Want Brad Pitt, win Tom Hanks.
Nice.
I wouldn't be surprised if Tom Hanks win just because of who he was playing.
Who is playing?
Yeah,
It's
that's
because
a
it's
big thing.
him and who is
and
playing.
also because of the generation of voters. That's when he was kind of around,
Right.
back in the day. So
Would that be his third Oscar?
I think so.
Does he
Yeah.
won for top
Back to back.
Captain
Philadelphia.
Phillips, didn't he? Didn't he
No,
win for
he didn't
Captain
win.
Phillips?
He
He didn't
was
win.
nominated.
It was
No.
Philadelphia
He won
and
for
Forrest Gump.
Philadelphia and
Forrest
Forrest Gump back-to-back years, which was crazy. All right, for best actress.
He didn't win for Castaway.
No.
No,
He should.
I know, right?
I don't
I
know
know.
the nominations that year, but
I know.
I love
Biggest snub of
Castaway.
all time?
I think it was
Literally
Gladiator.
acting against a volleyball.
And Wilson should have got best supporting
I
actor.
think it was.
Yes.
I think it was 2000. I think it was Russell Crowe.
That's ridiculous.
Gladiator.
Oh, okay, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
All right, so for best actress, we have Cynthia Erivo in Harriet. We have Scarlett Johansson in Marriage Story. We have Saoirse Ronan in Little Women. We have Charlize Theron in Bombshell and Renee Zellweger in Judy. Brian, who do you want to win? Who do you think will win?
I haven't even seen Little Women, but I want Saoirse Ronan.
Hey, I'd be cool with that. I love her.
I personally think she got snubbed when she went for Lady Bird.
Lady Bird.
Who do I think's gonna win? Probably Scarlett Johansson. I don't even know personally why Renee Zellweger.
Are you?
Because-
she's the one who's gonna win.
I was gonna say it sounds like she's gonna win.
gonna
She's
win.
the favorite. She's
Yeah,
the-
she-
I literally.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it's her. If not, then Scarlett.
Apparently, she becomes Judy Garland.
Really? Because
Like,
I
and
literally
she's-
only heard, this movie's coming out, and that was the last I ever heard.
So I do think that this is
I really
probably
wanna see it.
this is the one category that's a lock. I think she's winning
Well,
everything.
based on what I'm hearing, I think she's gonna win. But I want Scarlett to win.
So I would
agree.
love to have. I'd be happy with either Scarlett or Charlize Theron,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to be surprised if Cynthia Erivo comes out of nowhere. I saw Harriet; she's incredible.
Oh, really?
She is so good as that role.
Harry, I haven't seen Little Women, and I haven't seen Judy.
She is so good in that role. And because it's such a historical figure, I would not be surprised if she comes out of nowhere.
That'd be cool. I mean, I'm just rooting for Scarlett Johansson because I'm a fan of her.
Totally.
Like, she's one of my favorite actresses ever, so I want her to win. Gio?
I was gonna say I think Charlize Theron is gonna win for Bombshell,
God,
but
she's so good in that movie.
You guys are winning me over with Renee Zellweger.
I need to watch that. It's actually on Redbox.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Okay.
I almost rented it last night.
Damn.
Yeah, I do want to see that. Yeah, because I love it's Judy Garland.
Who do you want to win,
I'd love
Gio?
to see that. But.
I want ScarJo to win.
Yeah, that would be so.
It would be so cool to see her win.
Yeah.
So cool. In a year that she was double nominated, just to walk away with one.
Yeah, it would be amazing. All right, so for Best Supporting Actress, we have Kathy Bates in Richard Jewell. We have Laura Dern in Marriage Story, Scarlett Johansson in Jojo Rabbit, Florence Pugh in Little Women, and Margot Robbie in Bombshell. Again, I want Scarlett Johansson to win. And actually, I think she's going to win.
Okay, I got it mixed up.
Win.
So what we just did was Best Actress, lead actress.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna flip that. Actually, I'd like Scarlett to win the Supporting Actress one.
Okay.
For Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah,
she's.
No, I think she will. Looking at these, I mean, I haven't seen all of them, but looking at these, I think she'll win.
Yeah. I'm gonna change my lead actress one to search.
Yeah.
Laura Dern seems to be the one that people are picking.
She was great.
But I will say I want ScarJo, and I'll say ScarJo wins. I think this is the category that she has the best chance in.
I think so too. My vote ScarJo.
It's the only competition in my mind. Like Margot Robbie was incredible, and she has 2 scenes in that movie that are heartbreaking in But I think the competition in this category is far weaker than it is in the lead actress. To me. So,
Gio?
Who was the first nomination you?
Kathy Bates and Richard Jewell. Kathy Bates, Laura Dern, Scarlett Johansson, Florence Pugh, and Margot Robbie.
You guys are winning me with ScarJo. I mean, I
just watch that dance scene, man. Seriously,
I have to see that movie, man. Like in the theaters too. Yeah. I think
she might pull away with both.
It's a possibility.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
It really is a possibility.
Seems like there's a chance. I don't know.
God.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever happened before.
Doubt
wins.
That. I bet
been nominations, but
people
not
looking
wins.
at it, voters are looking at. Well, I'm not going to vote on it twice.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
But,
it's a technicality.
But that's not how it should be, though.
Of course not.
Yeah.
But I bet you they're doing that. So because it seems like she could easily deserve both. But just to jump back, though, on the lead actress one, I don't think that. I love Charlize Theron, but I don't think she's gonna. I love who she's playing. I don't think
she transformed, man.
No,
it was crazy.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
All right. So for best director, we have Martin Scorsese for The Irishman, Todd Phillips for Joker, Sam Mendes for 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Quentin Tarantino, and Parasite, Bong Joon-ho.
I think this one's the
and
toughest.
James Mangold
Man. This is. I think you're right, Gio. I think this is the
toughest
race.
Yeah,
I think Sam Mendes is going to win.
That's what it sounds like.
But honestly, I want Bong Joon-ho to win.
That's what a lot of people want.
He
won the
Bong
Critics'
Joon-ho
Choice.
to win.
I would love that.
He won the Critics' Choice.
He's such a great director.
Big one.
He directed Snowpiercer.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I know you hated Okja, right?
I hated it. Yeah.
But not because it's a bad movie, but things that are happening in it.
Mm-hmm.
But
subject
Okja
matter.
it's not great.
The subject matter.
It's good. But he's directed a lot of great movies. But I want him to win because I know all of you guys would appreciate Parasite. I know you would.
I want to see it.
I want to see it too.
Yeah, I want him to win, but it's going to be Sam Mendes.
Want Sam Mendes? Sam Mendes will win.
Damn.
I haven't even seen Parasite. I kind of just want him to win
Well,
just because.
You have that.
But I truly think Sam Mendes will.
You got Scorsese having to work with 3 very powerful actors and
4.
just directing. Yeah, Harvey Keitel too. You got Tarantino, the way he captured the old school Hollywood, the love letter. You got Todd Phillips. Gave us a movie we didn't think he had in him. Honestly, I mean, War Dogs was good, but oh my god,
any of these 5 could win. I'm not saying I think all of them should win, but any of those 5 can win.
Jesus.
Pick one now.
Well,
I want
Joker.
Tarantino to finally win a directing academy, especially for that's not an easy movie to make. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think Sam Mendes might pull it with 1917, but I want Tarantino to finally win. This could be how Scorsese for The Departed was,
that's a good call. You might be right with that.
because you just
Which is a lot of people are like it's not his best, but he just wins.
Not everybody.
It's like a lifetime achievement.
Not everybody can make Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Just it's crazy. No, you just don't even just forget the acting and the film and whatnot. Just all the technical.
Oh, for me,
aspect.
the acting is what
The look.
even got him the nomination because getting those performances out of them.
Right.
For me,
Yeah, that's what he's known for.
Right.
But yeah,
Keith.
It's his least kind of
no, Hateful Eight is like,
in terms of story. No, I was gonna say it's his least kind of Tarantino-y film.
right
But
until the end.
until yes, exactly. So as far as I want, I couldn't say any of them. I mean, I probably would give the edge to Snowpiercer. But,
Bong Joon-ho, yeah.
But I think that probably is going to be. Sounds like it's going to be Sam Mendes.
He directed that. Hell
If I had to
out
put
of
money
that
on it,
movie.
it would sound like it's going to be him.
Jake, were there any other categories we wanted to cover? Or are we good?
I think that's good for the main ones. Those are kind of the ones that we'll be looking at. I mean, there's the score and stuff, but
And the screen. I like the screenplay.
yeah,
ones too, but
we're gonna
cover the Oscars more.
Well, it's
going
gonna.
forward,
It's a good plug. Now we're more than likely going to stream our coverage of the Oscars. We're gonna try and watch it together, and just put a camera up in front of us, and we're gonna be watching the entire set. So if you guys want to join us, look out for that, and we'll be predicting as the show goes on. But it'll be fun. We'll have food and hang out, and that kind of stuff.
We're printing out papers and doing predictions and everything.
Full on. So it'll be
Point
fun.
system,
Yeah.
all that stuff. Awesome. Well, to wrap up our show, first of all, if you have not, please check out all of our podcast formats. You can find us at Apocaflix Movies on Anchor, Apple, Spotify, Google, and more. Anywhere you can find podcasts, we would really, really appreciate it. Because we love you watching us on YouTube, but you can help us out a lot if you go check us out on those formats as well. And with that being said, let's go to the comment corner with Brian over here. And what do we have for
Now it's the corner.
our top comments? For this
So
week?
I picked 5 comments from this week that I really enjoyed seeing up on the site. The first one I'm going to go to, it was brought to us by Storm Shadow. He gave
He's one
us
of our regulars.
Yeah, he gave us his top 10 list for next year, starting from the bottom. He gave us Tom and Jerry, the live action.
Nice.
Number 9, The Tomorrow Wars. Number 8, The Witches. Number 7, Snake Eye. Number 6, Red Notice. 5, Bill and Ted 3.
Yes.
4, Wonder Woman 84.
Nice.
Number 3, The Eternals. Number 2, Godzilla vs. Kong. And number 1 for him was Morbius.
Wow.
That's a very eclectic list, man. That's
great
awesome.
list. Very different.
So that's an example of film being subjective.
Exactly.
That is like an example. Like
'Cause
it's so cool.
It has some of the same movies we have, but a lot of the ones that we don't have. So that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm
Yeah,
surprised
it is.
because his name's Storm Shadow. I'm surprised he had
Snake Eyes.
Storm Shadow.
He's the guy in white. His the bad guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Probably
right.
gonna study his
He's the bad
moves
Snake
and all
Eyes.
that.
Yeah.
So our next one was, again, if I say your name wrong, I am sorry. I'm a teacher, and this is the worst part of my day. Saying people's names is Risha Parker. She or he said, I sub to y'all. I really enjoyed your reaction and commentary. I think this is a great fit for Jared Leto. Talking about Morbius. He deserves his own anti-hero film. We know he's ridiculously talented, and it looks like a great cast for the character as well.
I agree. People forget he's an Oscar-winning actor, Oscar-winning talent, and you can't fault him for Joker. There was over 4 hours of unshot
That's not his fault.
material that was left on the cutting
I didn't
floor.
mind his Joker.
I didn't mind it either.
Yeah. I mean, I
For
thought
that type of
Definitely
movie, I
over
didn't-
the top.
Well, it just
but-
we didn't see enough of him.
I thought you could have
we didn't see enough
done
of
some
him.
things,
Yeah.
going forward, but
He's annoying.
what do you
Jared
mean?
Leto.
Jared Leto is a
He's an
person.
annoying person.
Makes
yes.
great music though.
But
Yeah,
yeah, it's alright.
He makes great music.
I don't mind him. But I actually just watched again. I hadn't I didn't watch Morbius when it came out, the trailer. So I just watched that the other day, Thursday. Wow.
It looks really good, huh?
It really does. I know Morbius. So yeah, I didn't watch your Nation. I'm sorry.
I think it looks terrible.
Really?
Wow.
I don't know what it is, but it just doesn't look like it knows what it is. Like, is he a bad guy? Is he a good guy?
There's
like, what is like?
tons of-
it looks so.
To me, it's a
so
teaser
mixed.
trailer.
It looks so out of like
it's a
left
3-minute
field.
trailer.
It's full of
It's an
vampire
announcement
cliche
trailer.
images. Morbius is not like he's not like a magical vampire.
He's not. He's a living
He's,
vampire.
Yeah,
He
he's
has
not a
blood
it's-
pumping through
it's-
him.
It's a science thing with him, certainly in the comics as well. I know he has a lot of run-ins with like Moon Knight and stuff, which would certainly
A
be
cop
interesting.
Well, for me,
They won't do that.
I
But
was
I think
not
it
really
looks-
excited for this movie, and
Me
now
either.
I am.
Yeah, totally.
Now
I
I
was
am.
not interested at all, and I was like, oh, okay.
Have Mahershala Ali's
Ooh,
boy
give
kill
us the
him.
post credits of.
I'm telling you.
I don't know about kill, but fight.
Not kill him, but yeah. that would
But
be-
thank you for the
that'd be cool.
comment. That's awesome.
Yes. So our next one, we had 2 Wonder Woman comments, but they were both really good that I wanted to get. One was from General Mortars. And it was about Kristen Wiig doing comedy is probably one of the hardest things in acting craft. Sure, you can get the audience to cry, but get them to laugh is the question. It requires so many things to go just right: timing, dictation, gauging the audience. That's why comedians are often so good in other roles, because once you've learned how to make an audience laugh, you've learned how to make learned how to play it like a fiddle. So this was in regards to our
Wonder
saying,
Woman
like,
trailer.
yeah, just like we were at first were like for Kristen Wiig being Cheetah, and now a comedian being Cheetah.
Comedians are sad usually
Yeah.
in real life. Like they're not performing. A lot of them come from pretty tough, dealing with a lot of tough, situations, personal inside. That's why they're comedians. So I've always, I don't know. I don't want to say it's easier, but I don't think it's that much of a stretch for a lot of comedic people to get dramatic.
And
performances.
she's done dramatic
And she's
roles
done it right.
before.
Well, look at
her and Bill
look at-
Hader in that one
yeah,
movie where they're
the
Skeleton
when they're
twins.
Yeah.
twins. Yeah.
Look at Steve Carell. He's now making
Right.
a living out of a drama actor.
Steve
He's
Carell,
incredible.
Foxcatcher, The Way
Yeah.
Back.
Well, that's the thing. Jim Carrey, Adam Sandler, they all.
Steve Carell doesn't do it. It was the last comedic thing we've seen him do. I don't even think he's really.
I just watched him in the morning show, the Apple show, and he's great.
But his
Yeah.
last movie too was Morrowind.
Was that
okay.
movie?
I've seen that.
Movie about the toys or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They're not good.
Yeah. Ask Jake.
But no, I've always been cool with Kristen Wiig
too.
as Cheetah.
Yeah.
I hope I'm worried about how they're gonna handle the character,
Yeah.
regardless of who's playing her. But I'm excited to see that character brought to screen, and Kristen Wiig is cool to play her.
Yeah, hopefully Cheetah looks good on screen, like the actual form of Cheetah. But I'm worried with cats.
I don't think we're gonna see Cheetah in this.
I was gonna say I don't want to see.
Wait till you get this next.
I think so.
Okay.
Okay.
So this one was from Fetty Benetu. He left us like a page, and it was. I don't have time to read it all, but
Sure.
if you have time, go back and look at it. A couple things that he said. He thinks that Maxwell Lord can read people's minds, so he knows that Diana wants Steve Trevor and uses that as a tool to
That would make sense.
like that. What else? And that Minerva, Kristen Wiig's character, it wants to be like her, and since she's like an archaeologist or whatever, she finds the goddess Cheetah's artifact or whatever, a la turns. her
Yeah,
into
so that's how
Cheetah
she gets her powers.
Yeah. into the thing. And then what else do we have? The fight at the end, the reason why she's in the Golden Eagle, is it called? Golden Eagle armor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is because of Minerva's claws, and that the metal is what's going to stop her from being like a.
Well, if that's the case, then we're definitely seeing Cheetah in it, because maybe her claws can penetrate. Because she's getting her powers from a god, so she would be able to.
Well, yeah, if her
fight
claws
her.
are strong enough to scratch through skin, I mean that armor probably will.
So
be able
I
to-
know, like when Minerva, and thank you for that. That's very good information to know.
It's a great comment. Like
Yeah.
I was sitting here like reading
Yeah.
it, going,
Sure.
"Holy!"
So for
crap,
me,
he's probably nailing
like
this movie.
I've read some Wonder Woman comics, and I know that like basically becoming Cheetah drives her insane, and she starts going insane. But for me, like I want characters to have like motivation. Like I want a villain to have, or an antagonist to have motivation of why she's opposing with the hero, and I hope there's Like, I hope it's not just like, oh, she gets the powers and now I'm crazy. I hope it's like there's a reason why she has a beef with Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It looks like they're friends at first, and in the comics they become best friends. So we'll see that. But I want to know why, like, she's gonna go after Wonder Woman or whatever the case may be.
Also, he did say, speaking of Cheetah, Patty Jenkins said that the transformation of Barbara Minerva as Cheetah will be 70 to 80% prosthetics, and the rest will be made up of CGI.
Oh, then I'm
That's the
not.
case. I'm way more into that.
That's cool. Yeah.
And then so great comment. If you have time, go back and look at it. And then my last one I picked because I personally liked it, and it was that Brittany J. Taylor said, petition for the Chiss and the Thrawn for the live action
Of course.
movies. If you don't know, the Chiss is the race that Thrawn is. This was in response to our Padawan.
Yeah, we talked about that on Padawan.
Where we casted our live action.
Chiss Ascendancy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I would love to see them in the
if you
movies.
haven't read the Thrawn books, you probably are like, what? They're basically
I read the
like
first one.
Thrawn's version of the Empire.
Well, the next book is called Thrawn Ascendancy.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a prequel before so before he was in the Empire.
Oh.
So basically, they're like it's almost like an alien empire in a way. But
Why they sent? So we're gonna find out why they sent him.
But we're gonna find out all these details. It's a
Away
three
for
book
whatever
series.
happened.
3-book series. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes. So Brittany, I
Okay.
agree with you. Thrawn should be brought in before Ahsoka.
We'll never.
Such a bad comment.
I just
Such a bad comment.
Wait. Say it again.
He
I didn't watch Padawan.
He's talking about Brian's comment, not your
He
comment.
thinks that Thrawn should be brought into live action before Ahsoka should, which is just
give me both.
Shame on you.
Our number ones that we chose.
Shame.
He picked Ahsoka.
Shame.
I picked Thrawn. You picked
Ezra.
To see in live action.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to see Ezra. So I'll say it. Not.
Damn,
wow.
I love you, but
Wow.
he's such an idiot. He does so many.
Did you finish Rebels?
Yes.
He
doesn't listen.
He's also a
listen.
teenager.
He does so many. Yes, I know.
I mean, yeah, you have teenagers. I mean,
And they don't listen.
Isn't that true what teenagers are? So it fits. If he was very responsible and everything, it makes sense. Right?
I got 3 of them in live action already.
Gio, who would you want really quickly? Do you know?
That's a tough one. I'm kind of split, to be honest.
Give me
split. I kind of lean towards Thrawn.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'd love to see I really would love to see Ahsoka, but I don't know what.
between Thrawn and Ezra.
No, just who would you
And
want to see live
what
action?
Star Wars
Like,
character
any character
animated
for
would
you.
you want to see?
Ahsoka.
That's
Oh,
just
do you
been
need one?
animated.
Yeah.
Give me Thrawn because I need
Whoa.
a bad guy.
We ran through a giant list, so
Yeah.
After
That was good.
Okay, because I actually have a totally different one.
after Snoke
Plug Padawan.
and
That was probably the best Padawan we've ever done, in my opinion.
give me a bad guy. Past couple Star Wars movies, not the leader, but the general or whoever who ends up dying too early, has always been the star. Like in Last Jedi, the opening, who was that general?
General Kennedy, Commander Kennedy.
He was awesome.
Kennedy.
He was awesome. The guy
Kennedy,
in The Rise of Skywalker,
Price. Yeah.
Richard E. Grant.
Yep.
Amazing.
Who's the Mandalorian girl?
Oh,
Sabine Wren.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was on.
Because I want to see some
list, right?
Mandalorian stuff, and I would love to see what's
I'd love
going
to
on
see
with
her.
that.
I said Bo-Katan too.
That'd be my
Yeah.
Those
Man,
would be
I don't know about you guys, but I love adding comments to the show.
Yeah.
I think
That was
that's
actually
really,
great.
really
So look
sweet.
where you started, Brittany. We all went right back
Brittany,
into it.
good call though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Thank you guys so much. Keep
Yeah.
commenting, please, and we'll maybe your comment
Hey.
will show up on our show.
Let me know if you think the Snyder Cut will happen.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, you said it. He brings it up. Anyways, all right. I guess on that note, Scarlett Johansson better win some gold. Let that be the last thing we say on the show. Thank you all for watching this. Again, I am your host, Jacob Bartley. We got the master over there, Jake Berlin, behind the controls, Gio Ramos and Keith Barnes over there on the lounge, and Mr. Brian to my left. Again, thanks for watching. Check us out on our podcast formats. Click a like. We really appreciate it. See y'all next time. Hey everyone, Jacob Bartley here. Thanks for watching. If you want to check out something similar from Apocaflix movies, click this video up here. You want something a little bit different? Check out this video down here. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to Apocaflix movies and let us know your thoughts in the comments section. We always love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.